You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
You know, it's fascinating how history often leaves enormous gaps. And sometimes, imagination has to step in. That's exactly what happens in the new film Hamnet, starring Jessie Buckley as Shakespeare's wife, Agnes. The story, adapted from Maggie O'Farrell's 2020 novel and brought to life by director Chloe Zhao, explores a tragedy that happened over 400 years ago, the untimely death of Shakespeare's young son, Hamnet. And while much of it is speculative, the emotional truth of the story is impossible to ignore. In the film, Agnes is portrayed as a herbalist with an almost magical intuition, someone deeply attuned to the rhythms of nature and the lives around her. But no matter her wisdom or foresight, she cannot prevent her son's death from the plague. A loss so devastating, it is imagined to have inspired Shakespeare to write Hamlet. Of course, we have no concrete evidence that this is what actually happened. In fact, almost nothing is known about the private lives of Shakespeare and his family. Historical records tell us that William Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway in 1582, that they had a daughter, Susanna, and then twins, Judith and Hamnet. Tragically, Hamnet died at age 11. Beyond that, it's mostly mystery, which makes O'Farrell's imaginative retelling feel both bold and necessary. Jessie Buckley's performance as Agnes is electric. She embodies a woman who is smart, passionate, and fiercely independent, someone whose presence is felt even in a household dominated by the shadow of Shakespeare's growing fame. In the film, her connection with Paul Mescal's William is immediate and magnetic, offering a glimpse into what life might have been like behind the closed doors of the Shakespeare household. The story emphasizes Agnes's strength and complexity, traits historically denied to Shakespeare's wife, often reduced by historians to a footnote or caricature. Hamlet, she witnesses a performance that mirrors her own son, creating a poignant link between art and life. Critics note that the film's approach can be emotionally intense, even manipulative at times, yet Buckley's grounded, powerful performance keeps it anchored. Agnes is not just a grieving mother. She is a partner, a healer, and a woman who has her own agency. In many ways, she becomes a modern lens through which audiences can reimagine history and reckon with the gaps left by centuries of speculation. In the end, Hamnet is less about historical accuracy and more about empathy, imagination, and the universality of grief. Jessie Buckley brings this story to life in a way that is unforgettable, and for anyone who has ever loved and lost, the film resonates deeply. Agnes may be a character born from fiction, but through Buckley's performance, she feels timeless, fierce, and heartbreakingly real. Stay subscribed for more videos.